Hello there. Welcome to CXC Math TV. And today we're going to be going through the SAT Practice Test 1 from the College Board website. And section 3 already for the mathematics. It has 20 questions and you have 25 minutes to do it. And the most important thing is that no calculator. What is it? No calculator. So with that being said, let us go through it and have some fun. All right, so question number one. Question number one says, if x minus 1 over 3 equal k and k is 3, what is x? So they told us k is what? 3. So since k is 3, the equation is x minus 1 over 3 is equal to 3. Then of course we can cross multiply because this is really 3 over 1. And so we get x minus 1 is equal to 3 times 3, which is 9. And if x minus 1 is 9, then x must be 10, because 10 minus 1 give us 9. So that's option D. Number 2, for I equal the square root of minus 1, what is the sum of 7 plus 3i plus minus 8 plus 9i? So in that case, we're going to add the like terms, which is the terms without the I, 7 plus negative 8. Then we add the terms with the i's, the 3i plus 9i. Now 7 plus negative 8 is negative 1, and 3i plus 9i is 12i. So negative 1 plus 12i, that's option A. It says, on Saturday afternoon, Armand sent M text messages every 5 hours. So that is, him send M text message every 5 hours. So in 10 hours, him send 2M. In 15 hours, him send 3M, and so forth. So it's really 5M to represent the expression for the amount of text sent by Armand. And Tyrone sent P text message every 4 hours. So plus 4P. 4P represent, the texts sent every 4 hours by Tyrone. So which of the following gives the total? There you go. Add the two of them. So 5M plus 4P. Easy. That wasn't bad. Number 4, Kathy is a repair technician for a phone company. Each week she receives a batch of phones that need to be repaired. And let's skip down. It says now P equal 108 minus 23D, where P is the number of phones left. So P is what? The number of phones left. And D is the number of days she has worked that week. What is the meaning of 108? First thing you have to remember, the equation of a line is y equal mx plus c. So P equal negative 23D plus 108. 108 is your C value. Your C value occurs when D is equal to 0. So in that case, at the start of the week, she get 108 phones to fix. That's all the 108 is telling us, right? Because it's telling us that when D is 0 or X value is 0, she have 108 phones to fix. So Kathy starts each week with 108 phones. That's it. Number 5, simplify this algebraic expression. First thing we do is group like terms. So minus and minus here going to become plus. So you have a x squared y, and then you have a plus x squared y that become 2x squared y. We notice that we have a minus and a minus here, so this become plus again. And we have a minus 3y squared. Then from this side it become plus 3y squared. Those cancel each other. Then finally, let me just change the color. We have a 5x y squared, and then we have a minus 3xy squared that become just plus 2xy squared. So that is your answer. That looks like option C. Easy question so far. Alright, number 6, it says a pedestrian using this model to estimate a boy's height. They give us a linear equation. Based on the model, what is the estimated increase in inches of the boy's height each year? So first thing, it is really between 2 and 5. So if you were to put in when his age was 2, right? 3 times 2 plus 28.6. You notice that the boy's height would be 6 plus 28.6. This is at age 2. and it'd be 34.6. Right? It really, 3 is the answer, we know, but I just want you to see how we're going to get the answer. So what we're saying is at the age of 2, this would be his height. At the age of 3, it would be 3 times plug A as 3. 3 times 3 plus 28.6. And 3 times 3 is 9. And 9 plus 28.6, that is 37.6. Notice the increase is just 3. The increase is just 3. And if you put in 4, you get 40.6. If you put in 5, you get 43.6. It's just saying every year the boy grow 3 inches. Alright, so that is A. Number 7, transpose and make P the subject of the formula. So first thing we can do is cross multiply. So multiply both sides of the equation by the denominator, which is the 1 plus r over 1200 raised to the n minus 1. If we do that, then we know that on multiplying that side, then this part would cancel, right? And so now we have this times m, then all we need to do next is divide by this. Alright, so follow what I'm saying. I know this doesn't look too tidy, so look what I'm saying, so I make it a little easier. Alright, what I'm saying is call the entire denominator right here y and call the entire numerator x. What I'm saying is we have m is equal to x p over y. All they're asking you, and remember what we call our x, this piece is our x, down there says our y. So to make p the subject, you cross multiply and say m times y equal xp and divide by x, so p is just my over x. So what's in the numerator here becomes the denominator, and what's in the denominator becomes the numerator, multiplied by m, of course. So we're looking for that. So denominator, here it is, 1 plus r over 1200 to the n minus 1. And the numerator becomes the denominator. That's all they're asking. So that wasn't that bad. Next one. If a over b is equal to 2, what's the value of 4b over a? First thing, if a over b is equal to 2, then we can reciprocate it and say that b over a is equal to 1 over 2. Reciprocate. But we need 4 of it. So 4 times b over a now is equal to 4 times the half, and 4 times half is 2. That's option C. Really nice. Alright, this question here is a simultaneous equation. So it wants what is the solution xy to the system above. So we have 3x plus 4y equal to negative 23. And we have negative x plus 2y equal negative 19. I'm going to multiply the second equation by 2. And if I multiply the second equation by 2, I'm going to have 3x plus 4y equal negative 23. And the second equation becomes negative 2x plus 4y equal negative 38. So in that case, now we can subtract the two equations. And if we subtract the two equations now, it becomes 3x minus minus 2x is 5x. Minus 23 minus minus 38. Minus and minus become plus. So 38 minus 23 is equal to 15. Divide both sides by 5, so x equal 3. There's only one answer with x equal 3, so you finish. Easy. That's it. Nice. You didn't even need to find y because there's only one answer with 3. If you wanted, you can proceed and find y, of course, by substituting x as 3 in maybe the first equation, 3 times 3 plus 4y equal negative 23. And then you realize that this is 9. Bring over the 9 to say 4y equal minus 23 minus 9, which is minus 32. And if 4y is equal to minus 32, then y must have been negative 8. But the time it takes to do all of that, remember it's a speed exam. So once you get the 3, move on. Question number 10. Sorry, let me zoom back out. Question 10, it says g of x is equal to ax squared plus 24. And it says G of 4 is 8. What's the G of minus 4? First thing they told us, G of 4 is equal to 8. So we input the x value as 4 to get 8 times 4 squared plus 24 is equal to 8. So that is 16a plus 24 is equal to 8. Bring the 24 over, so 16a equal 8 minus 24, which is minus 16, that's 16a. So a must therefore be negative 1. Now once we get a is negative 1, remember, the function then becomes g of x is equal to negative x squared plus 24, because a is negative 1. So g of negative 4 then is equal to negative of negative 4 squared plus 6 plus 24, sorry, and negative 4 squared is 16. So this becomes minus 16 plus 24, and that is still 8. That's option A. Easy. Question 11, it says, in the equations above, B and C represent the price per pound in dollars of beef and chicken, X weeks after July 1, in the last week of summer. What was the price per pound of beef when it was equal to the price per pound of chicken? So when was the beef price equal to the chicken price? Now that's crazy because we know that beef is usually more expensive than chicken. So we have 2.35 plus 0.25x is equal to 1.75 plus 0.40x. Bring the numbers to one side, so 2.35 minus 1.75, that's equal to 0.4x minus 0.25x. This becomes 0.15x is equal to 0.6 when you do the subtraction. You divide both sides by 0.15. Divide by 0.15. So when we divide both sides by 0.15, we get x is equal to 4. Once we get x is 4, we can resubstitute it in any one of the equation. That means after 4 weeks, the prices will be equal. I'm going to use the first equation. So b will be 2.35 plus 0.25 times 4. 0.25 times 4 is 1. And 2.35 plus 1 is 3.35. That is option D. So that will be the price when they're equal. Question 12, it says, a line passes through the origin, so that means that the y-intercept C is equal to 0. And it has a slope 1 over 7, so they're telling us the gradient is 1 over 7. Now we know the equation of a line is y equal mx plus c. So y is equal to 1 over 7x. And if you want cross multiply, you can say 7 y is equal to x. Now it says, which of the following points lie on the line? So it must be a point that satisfies this equation. First one, it has to be when 7 times the y value should give you the x. So this out already, because 7 times 7 is not equal to 0. This one out as well, because 7 times 7 is not equal to 1. Then this one is out as well, so D has to be the answer, because look at it, 7 times 2 is equal to 14. It has to be D since D satisfies this equation. Easy. Nice. Question 13. If x is greater than 3, which of the following is equivalent to this expression here? First, let's simplify the denominator. We have 1 over x plus 2 plus 1 over x plus 3. So I have to go back to prep school days and find our LCM. X plus 2 times x plus 3. This denominator into the whole thing, leave x plus 3, so we'll multiply 1 times x plus 3. So we have x plus 3 here, plus this into this denominator goes x plus 2. We'll multiply 1 times x plus 2 to get x plus 2. When we add them, we'll get x plus x is 2x, and 3 plus 2 is 5. Then expanding the denominator, it becomes x squared plus 5x plus 6. But then remember, we need this result to be divided by 1. So if we're going to divide this by 1 now, so 1 divided by 2x plus 5 over x squared plus 5x plus 6. We can literally change the division to multiplication, so it becomes 1 times x squared plus 5x plus 6 over 2x plus 5. And 1 times the numerator leaves just the numerator, so this will be an answer B. Because 1 times anything is itself. Right? 1 times A is A. Hey! Number 14, it says if 3x minus y is 12, what's the value of a to the x over 2 to the y? So a to the x over 2 to the y. First thing is 8 we know is 2 cubed, so it's 2 cubed to the x over 2 to the y. So this will become 2 to the 3x over 2 to the y, which become 2 to the 3x minus y. But then 3x minus y we said is 12, so that is 2 to the 12. They just told us that 3x minus y is equal to 12. Wow. This is 2 to the 12, which is option easy. Number 15, they give us this expression here. This binomial expression, when you expand it, you get this right here. And they told us that a plus b is equal to 8. Find c. So first let's expand it. Ax times bx would be abx squared plus ax times 7 is 7ax plus 2 times bx is 2bx. So multiply 2 times 7 to get plus 14. And they told us it's equal to 15x squared plus cx plus 14. So the first thing we notice is that this part equal this part, so we don't need to focus on that part. Now from the x squared parts, we're then getting that a times b is equal to 15. But if a times b is equal to 15 and they told us also a plus b is equal to 8, only two numbers when you multiply them and add them you get 15 is 3 and 5. So it's either a equal 3 and b equal 5 or b equal 3 and a equal 5, right? And then from the middle part, this is c. We have cx right here. So cx must equal 7ax plus 2bx. And if you set up that equation, 7ax plus 2bx equals cx, we can divide through by x. Dividing through by x, we get 7a plus 2b equals c. So in that case, when a is 3 and b is 5, you get 7 times 3 plus 2 times 5 equal, that's 21 plus 10 is 31. And finally, another possible answer is when b is 3 and a is 5, it would be, bring it up here, we have 7 times a plus 2 times 3, that would be 35 plus 6, which is 41. So you get 31 and 41. And that's it. So we finished the multiple choice part, and now we go to the the bubble part, the part that you shade in the bubble sheet. So if t is greater than 0, what's the value of t in this equation? So first thing, t squared is equal to 4 when you bring it over. Then we square root both sides, t equal 2. Because they told us t is what? Greater than 0. So that's your answer, t equal 2. Your question. Next part, it says a summer camp counselor wants to find the length of x across a lake. And they give us, it's represented by AB. And they said that EB and BD and CD are on the sketch to be 1800 foot, 1400 foot, 700 foot, and 600 foot respectively. The AB is 1800, so AB, this side is 1800. EB, that side is, EB is, what's the next one? 1400. EB, 1400 down here. BD, they told us BD is 700. And then they told us that the last one is 800, that is CD. So CD is 800. So put in all the information given, and they told us that angle AEB and CDB have the same measure. What's the value of x? So if angle AEB right here, oh, so they show us. So see it here? These angles have the same measure, then these are what we call similar triangles. Since these are similar triangles, then their lengths are in similar ratio. Notice BD multiply by 2 to get 14. 100. So 800, we're going to also multiply it by 2. So x is just 1600. If you wanted BC, you just half AB, divide it by 2, you get 900. This triangle here is similar to the other one. Alright, so x is just 1600. This is our actual answer. Alright, on the triangle, it tells us sine x is 4 over 5. What is cos 90 minus x? Cos 90 minus x is 4 over 5. There's a rule that tells you that the cos of 90 minus theta is equal to the sine of theta. This is a rule we can know. So you don't believe me? Put this in your calculator. Alright, so give theta an angle. So maybe let theta equal 20 degrees. I am telling you that the cos of 90 minus 20 is equal to the sine of 20. Put in a calculator. So put in cos 70 and I guarantee it will give you the same as sine 20. This is a rule that we should know. So that's why the answer is 4 over 5 or 0.8. Hey! Number 20, we have a is 5 root 2 and 2a is the square root of 2x. What is x? So first thing, 2a would be equal to 2 times 5 root 2. That works out to be 10 root 2. And then they told us that this 2a is equal to the square root of 2x. So that means 10 root 2 is equal to the square root of 2x. In other words, if we separate it, we're getting 10 root 2 is equal to, we're getting this is now root x times root 2. Then we can divide both sides by what? Root x. All I did was break this part up. Can divide both sides by, not root x, sorry, root 2. Divide both sides by root 2. If we divide both sides by root 2, we realize that this cancel this cancel this, so we get 10 equal root x. Then we square both sides, so 100 is equal to x. So x is 100. That's our answer. X is 100. Wow! And that completes this video right here. That completes section 3. That was a very easy test. Right? Very easy test. I hope this video was beneficial. So make sure to just like and to subscribe. Alright? And just stay tuned to the channel. Keep practicing. That's the only way you get better at math. So stay tuned and have a wonderful day.